Thank you to my Asbantium level patron Fallon Cortez for helping to support the channel. Hello everybody and welcome to something familiar if you've been around this channel for a while. So about 2 years ago I released Doctor Who Hunger Games. It was just me messing about with a Hunger Games simulator with Doctor Who characters in, and I threw in the companions and I just did a couple of videos. But ever since, people have constantly been asking for more. So it's January, so I just thought, take it easy month, let's just bring this back for the fun of it. Because, I'm good like that, I'm a good lad. So if you remember last time, we had all the mainline doctors and a couple of unofficial doctors. But this time I thought I would just go all out on it. And I've got a new simulator going which allows you to add so many more. Because we also have in District 10 the David Warner Unbound and the Arabella Weir Unbound Doctors, and District 11 we have 2 other Unbound Doctors, and District 12 we have the Doctor of War and the Valiard, and then District 13 and District 14 we have the Curse of Fatal Death Doctors, which if you remember, Rowan Atkinson Doctor won the last one. So we'll see today if he can actually maintain his status as champion and, continue to be the best of them all. And District 15 we have the Schalke Doctor and Doctor Who from the movies, the Peter Cushing Doctor, and then District 16 through to 19 we have the Morbius Doctors, who we still don't know if they're actually canon or not, who knows. And lastly, in District 20, to round it off in a nice whole number, we have the Curators. So it's safe to say we have an absolutely stacked lineup this time, which absolutely blows away the last one, because when you got a sequel you've always got to up the ante. So this is the 2023 Doctor Who All Doctors Hunger Games, and without any further ado, let's get this underway. Alright, so first of all we have the first Doctor almost getting killed by the second Doctor, and the same happening between the fourth and third Doctors. So we're already off to a chaotic start. Everyone's just kind of getting weapons at the moment. Okay, the David Warner Unbound is already dead. He has stepped on a landmine. Obviously, rest in peace, David Warner in real life. But unfortunately, the Warner Unbound Doctor is our first casualty of this tournament. And the Atkinson Doctor's almost out already. He almost got killed by the Grant Doctor. A lot of people just trying to hide. It's just kind of the usual tactics, some trying to hide, some getting weapons, some getting defensive stuff. It really starts to heat up later. The third Doctor betraying the fourth Doctor. Remember, they're from the same district. Clearly no alliances, apart from the fifth and sixth Doctor, I guess. The eighth Doctor's playing it very tactical, camouflaging himself. Well, I'm not really sure how that would work. Is he just hoping that his coat will blend in with the cave wall? Ooh, okay, what's this? The Valiard, Atkinson Doctor and Grant Doctor are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. And we've got the Schalke Doctor going out as well. So that's another unofficial Doctor kicking the bucket very early on from kind of self-inflicted here because he died from an infection. Again, no kills so far. They're all just taking care of themselves, I guess. The Curators are bloodthirsty. They're currently really hunting for the tribute. They may look all nice and snuggly and old, but you can't trust them. They're mean. So going into night 1, we have 2 deaths and still 0 kills. And the third Doctor really is not getting along with the fourth Doctor. They really do not like each other. Alright, so we've got the 7th, 8th and War Doctor all having a kind of campfire singing along together, having a great little time. Ooh, and look, we've got the 9th and 10th Doctors having a little bit of a snuggle. Good for them. Shippers are going to go crazy with that, huh? Oh, okay, we have the Unbound Doctors all kind of getting a scrap together. It's a choice between the Valiard or the Doctor of War, and Collins chooses the Doctor of War. So that is yet another unofficial Doctor. The Unbound Doctors are dropping like flies right now. This is our first kill of the tournament. Wow, okay, the Peter Cushing Doctor has got an entire gourmet 5-course meal from a sponsor. You better make that last though. And now we've got the 2 Curators are teaming up with Morbius 8. So we've got some alliances starting to crop up and some inter-district mingling, I suppose. Checking the leaderboard, we have 3 deaths now with 1 kill, and that was by the Collins Doctor, so he is currently in the lead in terms of kills. But not because he wanted to, but because he was kind of forced to. So going into day 2, and we've immediately got a mainline, this is a massive upset. The third Doctor finally decides to strike and kills the fourth Doctor with a spear. So as you can tell, they've been kind of at each other's throats for a while now, and I guess the third Doctor just decided it's time to strike before he gets killed, and he has wiped out the fourth Doctor, who was always going to be a favourite to win because he's one of the most iconic Doctors. But now he's out. He is the first mainline Doctor out, so that really shakes things up a lot. The Meta-Crisis Doctor is improvising for some weapons, which we saw him do that in the actual episode, so that's fair enough. The 15th Doctor spares the Arabella Weir Doctor. That could have been huge. He could have killed her and, one less person. But I guess that shows that he's a bit more like his modern incarnations, where he's very pacifist and doesn't want to kill people. Either that or he has other plans for the Weir Doctor. The Collins Doctor almost gets another kill by almost killing the Valeyard, but the Valeyard is just about to escape. If you remember, obviously the choice was between the Doctor of War and the Valeyard, so I guess now he wanted to get both of them out. The Atkinson Doctor he's getting along quite well. Obviously keep an eye on him because he won last time. He is the defending champion, so we will want to be seeing how high he can finish this time. But Morbius 1 and Doctor Who now have an alliance, so we'll see how that goes. And, just everyone's still... Okay, wait, this is interesting. Curators seem to have had a bit of a breakup because Curator 1 decides to hide from Curator 2. This means at the end of this day, we have the third Doctor and the Collins Doctor tied for first place with 1 kill and 4 deaths, including the fourth Doctor. It's been quite a tame start so far. I'm pretty sure it's going to pick up massively soon. We're probably going to get some group kills going. Oh, the first Doctor and the second Doctor are shipping now. That's cute. Okay, well now we've got the 5th Doctor all the way through to the 8th Doctor having a bit of alliance, and the War Doctor through to the 10th Doctor having an alliance. Oh, okay, and the 12th Doctor has set the 13th Doctor on fire and killed her. That is brutal. He must really not like her. A fan favourite 12th Doctor killing off a not so fan favourite 13th Doctor in a brutal way. So that's another mainline Doctor out. So now, we're finally starting to see that just because they're mainline, they aren't invincible. Oh, the 14th and 15th Doctors also ship in. That's cute. Oh, okay, Doctor Who begging for Morbius 1 to kill him. They were allied last time, so I don't know what changed. Okay, so we've got a big team up here, a temporary one, by a bunch of Morbius Doctors and the Curator. So at the end of this day, we only have 1 more kill, and that is the 13th Doctor. But, like I said, things are going to pick up in a massive way very, very soon. I'm very sure of it. It is now day 3, and those vicious dogs are still roaming, terrifying everyone. We've got a lot of big alliances going, but one alliance has successfully raided the Atkinson Doctor's camp, because obviously I'm sure they know he's the favourite. Oh, okay, Morbius 1 has killed Morbius 2. I don't know what that means for, killing your successor. We saw that with the 3rd Doctor killing the 4th Doctor and the 12th Doctor killing the 13th Doctor, but I do wonder if it's kind of this weird thing of creates a parallel universe. I suppose it's not as bad as killing your predecessor rather than your successor. And we'll just go straight into night 3 because not much is happening so far. So everyone's just very, very paranoid. Oh, the War Doctor has died of hypothermia in the jungle. That's a very, very sudden and surprising one. I guess he just didn't have any materials to make a fire. And we've still got some alliances holding strong, such as the 9th, 10th, Meta-Crisis and 11th Doctors all just hanging out having a good time, And oh, okay, the 15th Doctor has killed the Weir Unbound Doctor. Remember, he refused to do it earlier, so I guess this time he finally snapped and just decided he has to, because that's the only way to survive. I don't know why he didn't do it the first time, maybe he was struggling with his morality, but this time he has chased her into a ditch where she falls to her death. And just up from that, we have the Fugitive Doctor and the 14th Doctor getting all cozy, which we're getting a lot of unlikely romances going on here. And okay, we got another big death. It's the Jim Broadbent Doctor killing the Joanna Lumley Doctor by burning her fort down while she's inside it. I don't know what it is with all these really brutal kills. They really don't like each other this time. The Broadbent Doctor, he seemed a lot innocent and everything like that in the minisode, but I guess he's got a hidden dark side to him. And we've got a Morbius Doctor dead as well. The Morbius 3 Doctor bashes the Morbius 4 Doctor's head against a rock several times to kill him. But this is very interesting so far. We've got a great mix of mainline doctors dying and unofficial doctors dying at the same time. It's not heavily favouring one or the other. So we'll now take another look at the leaderboard, which as you can see, the kills are starting to stack up. We've got 10 deaths out of our 20 districts. So, we're about a quarter of the way through. Not much is happening so far in day 4, just everyone kind of, gathering themselves, trying to prepare because, it's starting to heat up a lot now. There are less people around, but we have another inter-Morbius kill. The Morbius 1 Doctor pushing the Morbius 3 Doctor off of a cliff. But that's the only death of this day. And yes, the Morbius 1 Doctor is now back in the lead with 2 kills. Everyone else who has had a kill is only on 1, and a lot of the people haven't made any kills at all. And the sun sets, we have a lot of forts being built, a lot more temporary truce, and with that little laughy fun group has now added the 12th Doctor and the Fugitive Doctor, although the 9th Doctor seems to have split off and is now just crying, which sounds accurate. Oh wow, this is a big kill here. Right, the Broadbent Doctor kills the Cushing Doctor, Morbius 1 and Morbius 5 all in one swift explosive. He has got a clear dark streak to him, and I think he is probably a bit of a dark horse to win now. Most of the Morbius Doctors are now dead, so as dawn breaks on day 5, we have a big kill as the 6th Doctor poisons the 7th Doctor's drink and kills him. That is a huge kill because, as we know, the 7th Doctor is a master manipulator. This feels like something he would do to the 6th Doctor rather than the other way around. The 6th Doctor just deciding he wants to get ahead of it and kill the 7th Doctor before he can get killed himself. So night 5, we have a strange kind of alliance with the 2nd, 3rd and 5th Doctors having a bit of a deep conversation because they're all philosophers. Okay, we have a temporary peace between the 8th Doctor and the Chuckle group, I'll call them, because they seem to be sticking together a lot. The 8th Doctor has very much been keeping out of sight. I don't think he's had a whole lot of interactions with the wider group, and I think that's done him quite well. He's just been keeping to himself, building up his weapons, surviving, and just kind of preparing the long game. Oh, okay, and the Colonies Unbound has killed the Valiard. So that is another huge kill. The Unbound Doctors, they're holding on. There's not many of them left, but they are holding on. We have the Atkinson Doctor and Grant Doctor now working together. They almost killed each other earlier on, so that's interesting. They've now, temporarily made peace, but I reckon one of them will kill the other later on. I can't recall anything the second curator has run into anyone or anything like that. He has very much just been sleeping, crying, and just gathering himself. So, day 6, it has almost been a week. There's a huge Classic Who gang just roaming, and again, the 8th Doctor is just dreaming about Gallifrey, probably still in his cave somewhere, just hiding, hoping everyone forgets him because a lot of people tend to. And see what I mean? The Atkinson Doctor is chasing away the Grant Doctor. I knew that piece would not last. Oh, okay, geez, wow, this is big. Okay, Morbius 7 kills both Morbius 8, Curator 1 and Curator 2. So that is a big kill for Morbius 7, wiping out 3 strong competitors in one swift move. And yes, as you can now see, Morbius 7 has caught up to the Broadbent Doctor and they are now both in the lead, with the Morbius 7 only needing one more kill. And night 6, we haven't got a huge amount going. The 5th Doctor could have killed the 6th Doctor but decided to spare him. The 10th Doctor cooks some squirrels and enjoys eating them more than he thought. So I guess now the 10th Doctor has got a squirrel obsession. Oh, okay, and we have another Unbound Doctor dying of starvation. You gotta remember, it's almost been a whole week since they entered this tournament, and there's not a whole load of fresh food coming in constantly, so they're having to just forage for what they can find, and if they can't, then they will easily die of starvation. The Atkinson Doctor and the Grant Doctor are now friends again. I really have no idea what's going on between these two. And now we're roughly halfway. There is a lot going on, and we're now on deck. Wow, okay, so First Doctor is now bled out on his own. So, we're starting to see everyone just suffer from how long it's been. We have a very small amount left, and it's a very widespread amount. It's not just mainline Doctors. Okay, well actually, just as I say that, we have another mainline Doctor dead. The 3rd Doctor chases the 5th Doctor for over a mile before making the kill. The 3rd Doctor is determined to kill his successors. We've still got the Chuckle group together. Okay, so the 6th Doctor manages to survive because the 8th Doctor doesn't want to kill him. The 10th Doctor could kill himself technically, but he doesn't, I guess because looking into your own eyes as you're stabbing him to death wouldn't feel great. And you're, oh, okay, wow, the Broadbent Doctor has got another kill. I told you that would be coming. He has killed the 6th Morbius Doctor by setting him on fire. We've got a lot of pyromaniacs in this crop of doctors, but that's another kill for the Broadbent Doctor. I think he is definitely a dark horse, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him win. But, of course, we have still got the Atkinson Doctor in it. I don't think he's got a kill yet, but he has been playing it smart and just temporary truces, hiding away when he needs to, and just gathering up his resources, and I think he has a very good chance. So as you can see, on the end of the first week, we have the Jim Broadbent Doctor on a whopping 5 kills. He has absolutely decimated his competition. So the 12th Doctor has died from a lack of substantial food or water. That, again, it just shows how long they've been in there. It's been 8 whole days since they have been inside this hellscape. Okay, that's interesting. The Atkinson Doctor doesn't want to kill more people. Something must have changed, I guess, since the last time he was in it, because now he is less willing to just hunt down the others and kill them. So, day 9? Okay, wow, okay. The 14th Doctor inadvertently kills the 15th Doctor. I'm not going to say anything about the Russell T Davies 2 era, but you know, it knows what might happen, you know, with the 14th Doctor overshadowing the 15th Doctor. The 8th Doctor's died, oh no! The 8th Doctor, 9th Doctor and 10th Doctors all get into a squabble, so the 9th Doctor just kills them both. So no McGann gang for us anymore. And oh wow, okay, we have the Atkinson Doctor dying of an infection. That's massive, so I guess he must have been carrying something for a while now, because he was a huge favourite. I was hyping him up this whole time, but this guarantees we have a new champion. The Hugh Grant Doctor has also died from an infection. Wait, they were pretty buddy. It doesn't specify what kind of infection that was. Let's hope it was a PG one, I guess, because they spent a lot of time together. Right, so going into day 10, we have very few left. It's very much looking like the TV show will be winning, and I guess there's not much the others can do about that so far because they don't have the numbers. Okay, yeah, and an Unbound Doctor has just decided that it's too much for him, and he has just unalived himself. The 10th night has fallen, and an interesting bit of news has come through to us. The 2nd Doctor has bled out from a wound, just like the 1st Doctor. I guess the 14th Doctor, he was getting cozy with the 15th Doctor, but then I guess I didn't even notice that. That was a tragedy of like Shakespearean proportions. You know, the 14th and 15th Doctors found love on the battlefield, but then the 14th Doctor accidentally killed the 15th Doctor inadvertently. But now he is immediately hooking up with the Broadbent Doctor, who I don't think he can trust. I think there's going to be a betrayal there. Okay, so day 11 and the 3rd Doctor has died in, I guess, quite a comical way. A bee's nest has fallen near him while he is climbing a tree, so they just sting him to death. Yeah, that's how he goes out. He was such a good competitor in this tournament, and he just dies by getting stung by a couple of buzzy boys. Oh, okay, wow, oh my god, that is I just scrolled down to 3 deaths, okay. The Meta Crisis and the 11th Doctor commit unaliving together. I guess they found out what happened with the 9th Doctor and the 10th Doctor, and they just couldn't take it. The Chuckle Group was in shambles, and the Fugitive Doctor is trampled to death by boulders falling down a mountain. The Broadbent Doctor has claimed another victim in the Morbius 7th Doctor. Like I said, you can't trust the Broadbent Doctor. He has got a real mean streak to him. And this leaves us with our final 4. The 14th Doctor with 1 kill, the 6th Doctor with 1 kill, the 9th Doctor with 1 kill, and in the lead with 6 kills, the Broadbent Doctor, who has been an absolute psychopath this entire tournament. But of course it is important to remember it doesn't matter how many kills you have, it just matters who is the last one to survive. Night 11 has fallen, and everyone is just by themselves now, crying themselves to sleep, and I reckon day 12 will be the final day. Wow, that is huge. The 14th Doctor has killed the Broadbent Doctor. That, like I said, like I was just saying, it doesn't matter how many you kill, you just have to survive. So our top 3 are now the 6th Doctor with 1 kill and joint first, the 14th and 9th Doctors with 2 kills each. The 6th Doctor has bled out. And the interesting thing is, I don't think the 9th and 14th Doctors know about that yet, because they're together They don't know that they're the last two, and they're going to have to kill each other in the morning. I want you to pause the video and comment down below which of these two you think will win. Don't cheat and look and then you can pretend you're right, okay? Just for the fun of it, just say which of these two you think are going to win. Pause it. Right? Okay, let's go. Day 13, the final day. It's almost been 2 weeks. And it's a very anticlimactic ending. The 9th Doctor just rests, and the 14th Doctor dies of hypothermia. Great job. All you had to do was kill each other, and you couldn't even do that. Great job, 14th Doctor. Constantly find new ways to let me down. So that means the 9th Doctor is our winner, with the 14th Doctor 2nd place, the 6th Doctor 3rd place, the Jim Broadbent Doctor having a respectable top 5 finish in 4th place, and completely unexpectedly, the 7th Morbius Doctor finishing 5th. I think that was a very interesting one. It was unexpected in a lot of places. You know, Atkinson Doctor died right near the end there. I thought he was going to go all the way. The 8th Doctor unfortunately dying and finishing 15th. That was a huge shame. That wasn't a straightforward tournament. It was very slow, very methodical, very tactical. A lot of betrayals, a lot of little storylines going on. But I guess by the end, the 9th Doctor simply outlasted the rest, and the 14th Doctor didn't have what it takes. So I guess the 9th Doctor, still fresh off the Time War, makes a lot of sense that he would win this. But yes, I hope you liked this one-off return of the Doctor Who Hunger Games series. It's not going to be coming back full-time, I just thought I'd do it because so many people have been asking. I just thought, one more, just for the fun of it. But maybe I will do a mini one where I have the winners, where it's like Rowan Atkinson Doctor, the 9th Doctor, the winners of the companion, the 3 companions, just to see how that goes. But that might be too short of a video, because I feel like that would be the true finale of this. But maybe I will do the Champions 5 if this video does really well. But yes, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting the channel. I have lots of good videos coming up this year, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. And an extra special thank you to my Asbantium level patron Fallon Cortez, my Platinum level patrons Maximilian Foreman and Nyx Games, and all of my Gold level patrons Boots, Calvin, Daniel Shillito, Francois AK Line Vortex, Herna Furzog, and Luke_SY. Thank you so much for your support.